Okay, so currently it's about 7 p.m. on July 4th, 2020. I'm just doing a quick little short video because what with this COVID thing happening, I've been unable to get some of the parts that I need out of the US to finish this car. I've ordered some brake lines and such and other little parts, but what I did manage to get finished and changed over was down here. We can see on the left side of the engine my custom-made billet fuel rail there that I put in matches the right side. I also had to reroute my induction system with the 3.5-inch aluminum tubing because the breather hose coming from the crankcase into the oil tank turned out to be in the way from where I originally had the filter air intake. And then one other thing I changed over, when I took the fuel rail off, the factory fuel rail had a built-in fuel pressure regulator. So I went onto eBay and bought one of these cheap external fuel pressure regulators, which has a gauge, and then I can just set the fuel pressure as required, which for a Porsche 993 engine is about 58 pound pressure. As you can see, it has a inlet line, which is the blue fitting, and then the black fitting goes, the hose goes back to my return line, and then it goes back into the fuel cell. And on the right side of the engine, you can see the fuel rail again, and the line comes from the fuel cell through the firewall there, and that's my fuel supply. I had also got my intake air temperature sensor and sending unit hooked up, as well as my manifold, my map sensor, which is right there, and my TPS sensor. So everything's ready to go. I've had this running, had it running for 10 minutes. I set the idle down to 800 RPM. So I'll probably be starting it up in the next few days and then seeing if I need to adjust any of the fuel trim or any of the parameters in the fuel injection, which I'm on a learning curve with, because basically I'm a carburetor guy, and I'm only well experienced in tuning carbs, so tuning this new fuel injection system is going to be quite a steep learning curve for me. I also have a hose here that'll go into an oil breather catch tank down there. Currently that is sitting across the line in Washington State, so until I get that, I won't be able to complete the breather system for the oil catch tank. There's a lot of work still left to do on the body work, and the tail section still needs the flares, which you can see there. And every step I take, it seems like there's one step forward, 2 steps back, because there's always something you didn't count on, and you have to redo or modify to make things fit properly. Anyways, that's just a short update that we have on this date, July the 4th, 2020.